Allah is interceding on behalf of the wives. That you might, because nobody's perfect. You can't find Islam is perfect. We have all these problems. A person wants to get married. No, I want to get married to this particular person of these qualities. I said that's only going to happen in Jannah. It's not going to happen in this world. You know what, we have this nikah service in our Bradford. So I'll move in nikah service. So one person, he came up to me and he said, Mufti Saiful, I want a girl who will be called Halima. I said, what's so special about this? I go, that's very easy. I tell the girl to change her name to Halima, that is done. So we want so specific. We can't have everything the way we want it. So many a times people will be complaining about the husband, about the wife, about the children. So look at the good qualities. Khudh ma safa. So take the good qualities and leave the qualities that you dislike, or else you can't live a happy life. So a person, you look at the positive things. Always look at the positive things. And we have to be positive. We can't be negative. We have to be optimistic. We can't be pessimistic. You know, optimistic person, he finds opportunities in difficulties. And pessimistic person is a person who finds difficulties in opportunities. And this is a big problem. In the olden days when the telegram system was in place, what happened was this shoe manufacturing company, they sent 2 of their reps to Australia, to the Aborigines, that try to sell the shoes to the Aborigines. They don't wear shoes, so try to sell it. So after some time, they both sent a telegram back. One of them said, there's no chance here. They don't wear shoes. They don't wear shoes, there's no chance, you can't sell the shoes. The other one said, great opportunities, they don't wear shoes. Great opportunities, they don't wear shoes. And the ones, I make sure that they wear shoes. So we have, this life is so challenging. We all know what's happening around the world. What's happening in Burma, Myanmar, what's happening in Palestine, what's happening in Syria. We know all these things are happening, but we can't despair. A believer can never despair. إِنَّهُ لَا يَيَسُ مِنْ رَوْحِ اللَّهِ إِلَّا الْقَوْمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. No one can despair from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except those who are displeased. So we have to have this yaqeen, because my brothers, we have to understand. يَأْتِي عَلَى النَّاسِ الزَّمَانِ الصَّابِرُ فِيهِمْ عَلَى دِينِهِ كَالْقَابِرِ عَلَى الْجَمَرِ. A time will come upon the people, a person who's persevering on his deen is like a person who's holding hot cinder on his hand. And this is the time that we are going through. يُوشِكُ أَن يَأْتِي عَلَى النَّاسِ. A time will come upon the people, لَا يَبْقَى مِنَ الْإِسْلَامِ إِلَّا إِسْمُهُ. Nothing will remain of Islam but his name. What is his name? Abdullah. What is his name? Abdurrahman. What is his name? Zainab, Fatima, Aisha. Just by name. وَلَا يَبْقَى مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ إِلَّا رَسْمُهُ. From the Quran, only the Quran will remain, just the books in the shelves, that's it. We don't open the Quran to read. Because of the social media nowadays, we're so engrossed. And nobody has the time to read. And then he says, مَسَاجِدُهُمْ عَامِلَةٌ وَهِيَ خَرَابٌ مِنَ الْهُدَى. The masjid will be so beautifully decorated, but there will be no musallis. These are the signs. So I was saying here, the points I was mentioning, وَلَا تَنَابَزُوا بِالْأَلْقَابِ, that we call people with bad nicknames. بِئْسَ الْإِسْمُ الْفُسُوقُ بَعْدَ الْإِيمَانِ. This is the worst thing, to call somebody like that. And you know, this nationalism is completely prohibited in Islam. Calling a person due to his background. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ اِخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِلْعَالِمِينَ. That from the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, اِخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ, the differences of the colors and the differences of dialect. اِخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ. We have so many different dialects. We have a person who's speaking in Bangla. We have a person who's speaking in Gujarati. A person who's speaking in English. Pushtu, Hindko, all these so many different languages and dialects. These are all the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the different color skin, these are all the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And listen to this very carefully. Allah says, these are my signs. These are my signs. Keep that in your mind. What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? These are our signs. These are Allah's signs. In another verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلْ أَبِاللَّهِ وَآيَاتِهِ وَرَسُولِهِ كُنْتُمْ تَسْتَهْزِئُونَ. Say regarding Allah and regarding His sign and regarding the messenger, you're mocking. You're mocking at it. You're making sarcastic remarks. You're ridiculing it. So what are His signs? The color of the face. What are His signs? The languages. If we are mocking at somebody due to his language, due to his color skin, then what is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's so angry. He's saying, Qul abillah, are you mocking at Allah and Allah's signs? La ta'tadiru qad kafartum ba'da imanikum. Allahu Akbar. How strongly Allah says, La ta'tadiru, don't make excuses. Qad kafartum, indeed you have become disbeliever ba'da imanikum, after your iman. How serious it is. We never take it so serious. We mock at someone, look at what kind of language is it. You just doing che. What's this? We make all this mockery, we don't even realize. That's how serious it is. These are all the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, somebody wrote a letter from Bangladesh to Hazrat Khan Rahmatullah. He was in India, and obviously his Urdu writing wasn't so good, so he just put down Ham Hasta Hai and all these different kind of Urdu Bangla. And the person who was there, he made a mockery in the gathering, and he said, what kind of, and you must be a person who doesn't know no Urdu, or you must be from Bangladesh or somewhere. And he said in a very sarcastic and ridiculing, belittling way. Hazrat Khan Rahmatullah said, Tawbah karo. Do Tawbah. Do tajdeed of your Iman. He said, do Tawbah and refresh and renew your Iman. This is so dangerous. We don't even realize that we do these kind of things. So bi'sa lismul fusuq ba'da al-iman. After iman, this is the worst kind of sin, transgression. So my brothers, if we can take that on board, when we meet our Muslim brother, whichever part of the world, when we go to Hajj and Umrah, we see subhanAllah, so many different colors of people. And that should increase our iman level. That we are all brothers in Islam. We are all brothers. Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. And we look at a person in a different way. If we have understood today's speech, and we take that on board, we will look at a person in a completely different way. When we see a person who is struggling, is physically disabled, we will go quickly and help him. We'll take his shopping and we'll say, no, I'll take it for you. We will be feeling sorry for that person. Because we will look at these as the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We'll never ever look down on these kind of people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَتُوبْ. If you don't do tawbah, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to do tawbah from all these sins. It's very, very important, and this is the social etiquette that we have completely undermined and underestimated, that they're not important in life. And this is the reason we have this nationalism, that the Arabs, the Prophet ﷺ said there's no excellence of the Arabs over the non-Arabs. But what has happened in the world? This is the big problem that we have. Last time I met a brother, a Rayman brother, he said, look, you are a miskin. He said to me. I smiled at him. I said, look brother, the Quran is saying that Inna Allah ghaniyyun wa nahnu al-fuqara. Allah is ghani, we all of us, we are faqir. Then he looked at me and said, okay, sorry. I said, why do you have to make all these comments for? This is a completely wrong thing. So the point here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do tawbah fa'ula. If you don't, then these are the ones who are oppressors. Zulm. What is zulm? The technical term of zulm, the definition of zulm, وَضْعُ الشَّيْءِ فِي غَيْرِ مَحَلِّهِ zulm. To put something other than its right place is zulm. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ. Shirk is the worst type of zulm. Why? Because we're supposed to put ibadah for Allah, we're putting, ascribing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why it's the worst type of zulm. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the following verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اجْتَنِبُوا كَثِيرًا مِنَ الظَّنِّ. All the believers, ijtanibu, save yourself from certain types of suspicion. Because inna ba'da zanni ism, because some type of suspicion is sin. So those bad thoughts that we have regarding someone, you know, Islam is so beautiful that if I want to say, my brother here, mashallah, is a good brother, and somebody asks, what is your evidence? I don't need no evidence to say somebody is good. But if I want to say somebody is wrong, somebody is evil, somebody is bad, then I have to have evidence. I have to have evidence. You can't just make a comment about somebody, you have to have evidence. So ijtanibu kathiran min az-zann. Nowadays we have evil thoughts. We see somebody near the pub or something. See, he's going to the pub, he's going to drink alcohol. We already start to put, and he does this, he does that. From this one point. So the Quran is saying, ijtanibu kathiran min az-zann. Iyyakum waz-zann. The hadith of the Prophet ﷺ says, Iyyakum waz-zann, fa inna al-dhanna akdhabul hadith. Save yourself from these evil suspicion, because fa inna al-dhanna, these evil suspicion, the worst type of lies. That's why كَفَى بِالْمَرْءِ كَذِبًا أَن يُحَدِّثَ بِكُلِّ مَا سَمِعَ. It is sufficient for a believer, for a person, to narrate everything that he hears. You can't do that. اجتنبوا كثيرا من الظن إن بعض الظن إثم. Good thoughts are good, the bad thoughts are not. Then he says, وَلَا تَجَسَّسُوا. Look at the beautiful teachings of the Quran, that if we can eradicate and erase suspicion, then that won't lead to finding faults. And if you find faults, then what will happen? The next stage is ghibah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is eradicating the step 1. So we don't need to go to the step 2. If you stop evil thoughts, you won't go to tajassus. Tajassus means start to find faults. Achha, let me stop here. This person is going to the pub. I'll wait here in the car. I want to keep an eye on this person. He might be going to the pub to call somebody out. This person is gone. One of his friends has gone. His brother, his son has gone. Would you start to wait there and you start to phone another person? Yeah, see, you thought this Mawlana Sahab is so good, he's the Imam. I saw him go to the pub. With my own eyes, I'll take a snapshot now and I'll give it to you now. So, this is how we are. And this social media has completely killed us. That's a different topic, inshallah. I was thinking of talking about this in one of the tomorrow's gathering or other. Inshallah, I'll be talking about the evil of social media, which is very important. So, most likely be tomorrow or the day after. So, the point here is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَلَا تَجَسَّسُوا. Don't do tajassus. Don't go further. That ظَنَّ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْخَيْرِ. Believe in think good things about the believers. And then, subhanallah, look at, when Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, when this news spreading out, and na'uzubillah, the munafiqun, Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul, they put this allegation regarding Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala, na'uzubillah, she committed adultery. And Allah subhanahu revealed her purity in the Holy Quran in Surah An-Nur. 3 complete ruku regarding the purity and innocence of Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala. And what did the Quran say? إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يُحِبُّونَ أَن تَشِيعَ الْفَاحِشَةُ بِالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ فِي الدُّنْيَا. That for those people who want to spread fahisha, immorality in the believers, لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ فِي الدُّنْيا وَالْآخِرَةِ. For them there will be punishment in the dunya and the akhirah. So this is how serious it is. And he said, Subhanaka hadha buhtan azim. Why didn't you say when you heard this? Subhanaka hadha buhtan azim. This is a complete buhtan. This is tuhmat. This is a slander over Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. Abu Ayyub Ansari radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he comes home and his wife says, have you heard what people are talking about Aisha? Immediately he said, false. It's lies. Because how do you know? I don't need to know. If somebody came and said about you that you did this, will I believe it? But no, you won't believe it. But if I won't believe about you, how can I believe about the wife, the beloved and honorable consort, honorable mother of the believers? How can I believe about her like this? This is the way we should be answering. Subhanallah. It reminds me of this great scholar. In the Abbasid time, there was this scholar. Somebody came up to him and said, have you heard about your friend? So he said, stop, brother. And I want you to listen to this very carefully. Before, next time when somebody wants to say something to you, negative about somebody, he wants to pass some information, then stop him. Take him through the triple filter test. What is that? The triple filter test. Triple means 3. So you need to take him through that test. So, if somebody says something to you, ask him. First question, first filter. What is that? The point or the statement or the report that you are about to convey to me, is it something true or not? I don't know, I heard it from the third party. So you don't know if it's true or not. And many times we'll get messages through WhatsApp, through Facebook, through whatever, and it will be wrong message, it will be completely false, it will be not true. Like one great scholar, subhanallah, regarding him from Bangladesh, somebody sent me a message that he has passed away. He's been killed. So, I looked at the message, I thought to myself, I don't know who sent this message. I immediately made inquiries and I found that he's safe and sound. So another message came and he said he's passed away, so let us start doing the khatam of the Quran. So, he's still alive, mashallah, the khatam of the Quran is taking place. And so many people are sending, Mufti Saiful, I'm so very sorry to hear that your very close friend scholar has passed away, and all this inna lillah and all this ameen on WhatsApp. You have 200 people ameen, 200 ameen, and there's khatam taking place and all these du'as and everything. So And then I'm talking to him. I said to the brothers, look, he's still alive, he's talking. And he's come and I joked around with him. I said, Subhanallah, you're so lucky person. He's still alive and people are doing so many khatams for you. You're so lucky person. People are doing dua for you. So the point here is we don't verify the point. So first point you need to ask, is it true or not? Have you heard it directly yourself or not? That's the first filter. The second filter, is it something good about him or not? Is it something good? If it's something bad, why do you say it in the first place? We don't want to hear no good news. आजकल किसी के दुख से इतने दुखी नहीं जितने किसी के सुख से दुखी है. I hope those who understand Urdu. आजकल किसी के दुख से इतने दुखी नहीं जितने किसी के सुख से दुखी है. You find somebody, his son has passed GCSE with good grades, A stars and everything. Oh, my child, make sure. So he's so angry, he's not happy with that. I always say to my students, when was the last time you did dua when someone is happy? We read the dua, Adhakallahu sinna. Why do we read Adhakallahu sinna? When we see somebody happy, Allah keep him smiling. When was the last time we said this? We get, oh, yeah. We get so angry. And this is the reason now I've been starting to tell our students and friends that don't inform everybody of your success. Because jealousy, al-aynu haqq, the evil eye is true. So every time nowadays, subhanAllah, our brothers and sisters, everything that they will be eating, they will be sending it on snapshot, and this I'll be eating and this and that. But this is putting the evil eye. And then, after every wedding, then Sunday wedding, on Monday I'll have a line of brothers and sisters in my books, in my office. I've got this problem. I said, did you go to a wedding yesterday? Yes. You dressed up very well? Yes. Because that's it. This is in the line haqqun. Read the verses, وَإِن يَكَادُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, the last two verses, blown yourself. Because the eye, because you dress up like this, people are looked at you, they didn't say, MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah. That's what they're supposed to have said. They haven't said it. Because of this reason, this has happened. And we get so many people with all these problems. It's inna al-ayna haqqun. The point I was saying, that, subhanAllah, the triple filter test. If you can remember, yes? You're with me now. Inshallah, we'll be finishing. I know the food is ready, everybody's hungry as well. I'm just finishing, I just want to finish off with this. So, the second filter is, ask him, is it good or not? Always know it's something bad, it will hurt you. Why do you need to say it for? That's the second filter. Third one, okay brother, it's not, you're saying you don't know if it's true or not. So, and nowadays, with this whisper, when this communication psychology, you put 40 people and you say, Zayd hit Amr. You start off with this person, Zayd hit Amr, Zayd hit Amr. By the time when he goes to the 40th person, you understand? Oh, Aisha hit Zainab and then she went to hospital and they start, subhanAllah, it's completely changed. They test you, psychology, they do this to find out, look at how the news spread. So, on the last person, it will be a complete different version of the talk. That's why in hadith narrators, subhanAllah, we need to make sure that every narrator is reliable. All these, those who understand, have done the study of hadith, usul al-hadith and everything. So the narrators have to be very strong. So the point I'm saying here is that first of all, ask if it's true or not, verify. Number two, is it good or bad about this person? So if it's not good, why say it? And the third one, okay, it's not true about him, it's not good about him, but is it beneficial for me or not? The third one is about myself. The first two are about the person that you're talking about. So is it going to be beneficial? Is it going to increase my knowledge? Is it going to give me some money, financial benefits? There's no benefit. So why say it in the first place? So every time when somebody comes to you, ask him these three questions. Is it true or not? Have you verified? Before we send a message on the WhatsApp, verify it. We get all these hadiths. If you read this amount of hajj, you'll get this amount of reward and this. If you do ghusl on this day, this will happen and that will happen. If you don't send this message to somebody, you'll die, or this calamity will be. Allahu Akbar. And these people are sending this, I have to send this, I'm going to die. I said, death is not going to, inna ajallah idha ja'a la yuakhkhar. You don't need to worry about it. There's so many problems that we have. So verify it. If it's not good, even if you verify, so the first thing is, you verify is true. That unfortunately, this person has committed that evil. But it's not good. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يُحِبُّونَ أَن تَشِيَ الْفَاحِشَةُ. Why do you want to spread that out for? Stop it there. And if you conceal the faults of a Muslim brother, Allah will conceal your faults on the day of judgment. Let us think in that way. Let us think in a positive way. Then we'll have this, subhanallah, strong brotherhood, strong sisterhood, and then we'll see the, subhanallah, the Jannah in this world. So obviously I have so much other things to say. Time just went so quick. I don't want to take much more time. So the point I was saying here, subhanallah, that the Quran is saying, وَلَا يَغْتَبْ بَعْدُكُمْ بَعْدًا. Because when we stop